What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to look at something that looks kind of unique. This is the Tides of Tethys, and from what I can tell from the limited information out there, and also from taking a look at trailers and reading descriptions and whatnot, it's a game where you're building an underwater Subnautica Rapture-style city. However, you have the ability to send out expeditions to explore the waters and find new things and bring them back for your tech tree and whatnot. And it's almost like a little bit of an ActRaiser vibe, I guess, sans tower defense. Today we're going to take a look at the game for about 25-30 minutes, see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list, or if it's one of those games you would rather not play for yourself, that's perfectly fine as well. I've got a link for you down below in the description where you can find the game at. The demo is currently publicly accessible, just in case you wanted to see that there. I had to do a little edit right there because I had to go check. Throughout the course of the last year or two, you would not believe the amount of times where there's like a demo up on Saturday, I record it, then I tell everybody, the demo's out, and then I upload it on Monday, and then there's no demo and it's been pulled. It happens all the time, so I'm trying to get into the habit of like checking and making sure every single time, even though it might still just disappear on me on Monday. This is the Tides of Tethys, though. Let's dive on into it. Let's not waste any more time. Before the Great War, the houses prospered and lived under one banner. It was a golden age of technology, with each house discovering new ways to survive the deep. Driven by greed and thirst for power, the houses would soon fight for control, eager to conquer the trenches and fight over resources, rules, rituals, and rights. In their thirst for power, they would develop weapons and unspeakable horrors to use against their own kind, desperately inching towards control of the trenches. But all of this led to ruins and a dark age. The kingdom now lost to the abyss, the houses split once again, struggling to survive. Until King Raziel IV, foreseeing the end of their kind, called to unite the houses under a new banner. They would send knights to retrieve technologies and explore the deep trenches. This is where your story begins, Overseer. Lead the knights through the trenches, rebuild the kingdom, and unite the houses. So here we are overlooking our city. There's a number of different locations we can go to that are actually pretty badass. Like if we go to the throne, we can enact rituals, and it's got like this cool point of view where you go to meet up with the king and he's sitting there watching you with this sort of Warframey vibe that he's got going on. I dig it. We can't really afford to do anything right now. It all requires that we have resources, and we don't have any at the moment. So I'm guessing we're supposed to just go to the expedition dock. So we're able to set up a new expedition. I was having some text bugging, though, inside the last menu. That's not a good thing. You kind of want, if we go back over here, you see how that's blinking right there? That's not a good thing. You don't want that to be on display for the public when they check out your hype demo for the first time in order to wishlist it. Little software gore things like that right there are actually kind of like a big slip up. But we've got our knights. They're assigned into our expedition boat. They've been drafted. The game told me that no matter what happens to my knights, I will always get more knights, so it doesn't matter if they die. So let's send them in and see what happens here. We can go to the shoals. All right, let's do it, man. Down and in we go. Wow, look at the production values of the sub kind of drifting in sideways to drop us off here. That's cool. I like that effect right there. There seems to be an artifact here. We need to find it so that we can rebuild our home. Okay. So here we are with our little knights down at the bottom of the sea. They had me sort of doing like some basic tutorial stuff. So it looks like that main base over there is kind of like if you've ever played Against the Storm. We deliver stuff back over there to the king in order to keep him appeased and happy. And the main gameplay looks like it's going to be us building cities deep down here, outposts, so that our knights can go out further and further and harvest things. For right now, our objective is to gather 30 metal. We need to mine some organics, and we need to gather food. So let's send him to go over here and grab some of these organics, and you can see him kind of like limping along on this side. It looks like he's got a pretty big gun too. I wonder when that comes into play. Let's get an O2 tether. I think it would be a good idea to plop an O2 tether like right over here. and then we'll connect that back to the main base, because each of our knights has a couple different meters that we have to babysit here. They've got a health meter, they've got an oxygen meter, and I'm not sure what the one at the bottom is. It might be morale. They referenced morale previously, but it looks like they can resupply their oxygen by going back over there. So this guy's got to go and build that. Okay, we gathered enough food, so you come over here and build that right there. It looks like they've got programmed AI that tells them when to go back to the central base to get oxygen, I think. It's kind of hard to tell, but I set up the oxygen tether over here so we get access to all these organics and all these goodies. Don't you die, you better make it back. Oh, they move slower when their oxygen's depleted too. A little bit of a busy UI with all of the HP bars and whatnot sticking out, but I can't seem to... There we go. I've got them all gone. There we go. I just had to press the out key a couple of times. I was going to say, dude, my viewport right now has so many meters and things all over it, but the ultimate goal is that we're trying to find artifacts that we can bring back to the kingdom so that we can, like, curry favor with the various great houses. How's that O2 tether going? Oh, nice, dude. He got that thing put up quick. Hell yeah. I mean, the tether's a little wild and crazy and all over the place, but I'm sure it'll be fine. The last thing that we need to grab is a little bit of metal, and I think metal was over here. So go ahead and grab that metal junk real quick so that we can have it. And once we've got that inside of our inventory, we'll figure out what we want to do next. Pretty cool graphics, though, for this game, dude. It's a really good-looking title that's got some serious visual flair. This was made by 2 people from what it said on the splash screen at the beginning of the demo. And look at that. The tether's perfectly placed so that they can get after that metal right there. Nice, dude. Oh my god, I'm blind. What just happened? Oh, there's a new event. It says low visibility. That's why I can't see it all. It looks like some kind of like debris field or silk cloud blew into the area where we built our base at. Okay. They aren't kidding. That's definitely low visibility. I can't see a damn thing right now. And just like it came, it cleared up. All right, so we've got all the metals and things that we need. We already put down an oxygen tether. We also need to get an oxygen generator. And so we've got a little bit of O2 right now. Oh, so they're actually draining from a stockpile whenever they go back to fill up their tanks. Yeah, we got to get on top of that. All right, so structures-wise, or resource-wise, we've got an O2 generator right here. Connect it to a base socket. All right. Oh, it actually attaches. Okay. You guys come back over here. Go build this thing right here. I want it. I like how it's modular. It kind of reminds me of like GDI inside Command & Conquer, how all of their stuff had sort of like a Lego type deal going with it where it all connected together for customizability. I think this right here is going to start draining our power too, so it may be a decent idea to get a solar panel plugged in. So maybe we'll split these guys up. We'll have one work on the solar panel, and we'll have the other work on getting the oxygen generator up, just so we don't have any, like, horrible accidents that end up with mass amounts of asphyxiation. Okay, so how this meter works up here is the left number is how many things are taken up, so you should think of these as electricity slots. 6 of our electricity slots are eaten up right now out of 24. It goes like the opposite way that I thought that it was going to work. So I thought we had 24 power max and we've drained down to 6. No, not what is that thing? Some kind of like cuttlefish over here, but it looks like it's hostile, so it's like a cuddle with a T, like with a knife, not with a D. Alright, well, if he gets too close to the base, I guess we'll take him out. It does kind of look like he's headed this direction. Where'd my knights go? I don't see any tethers around. Where'd they go? Are they just, like, hanging out over here? Go murder that thing. Go kill it. I don't like it being near my base. It looks hostile. We didn't come to the sea to explore. We came to kill. Yeah, go put some notches on the fuselage, boys. Get that thing. Well, it left when it saw that we wanted the smoke and we were hostile. What is that thing? Just some kind of underground, like, ooh, what is that? What does that do? A healing point. Okay. So where is our artifact at? We got to go get a relic. Let's start running O2 tethers out this way, I think. So if I put an O2 tether right there, that's not bad. We'll attach that back to the central hive. And then I'm going to need one of my knights to come back and build that for me. And once we've got the tether in, we've got to figure out what all... Oh, I think it's just fog of war. I think that's all that is fog of war. I was thinking that it was some kind of like mass that I had to mine through, but I think we actually clear it as we go further out. So let's go see if we can find ourselves a relic while this guy sets up the apparatus to let us breathe. Okay, breathing apparatus has been set up. Food's looking good. We're a little bit low on metal, so if there's any metal around, I would strongly suggest that you go grab metal junk for us. It says that these guys also, oh, they have little backstories. That's cool. That's immersive. Oh, they've got like a little equipment menu. So Rapari's out here, but I don't know if he's going to have the oxygen to make it to one of these facilities. There's a lost artifact in there. All right, you come back and just oxygen up real fast. I've got them headed out right now to set up another O2 tether so that they can get after some of these ancient artifacts over here, because it says that it's going to give us like equipment or something that we can put on our guys that'll give them new abilities, make them more effective at exploring around. We've also got a nice little metal mine over here. I need to figure out how to make like a supply drop-off though. Where's my other knight at? And also, what is he doing? He's gathering metal? Okay, that's fine. Just go back and get your oxygen real quick, Bubba. And then you over here, go for that on that side. I'm going to speed the game up ever so slightly, too. Get on that artifact right there, and let's see what we find. So it looks like we got 50 coins, and we got 4 or whatever those things are. I don't know what they are, but there's another one over here, so I'm probably going to send him after those, too. His oxygen's still looking okay, so I think he should be able to make the... Oh, that's a rock wall. Never mind. So we're going to have to build out a little bit further if we want to get this done. We've also got heavy tides coming. Follow their direction for a push. Okay, so if we're going in the direction of the water's flow, we get like a movement speed bonus. Okay. Oh, there was an oxygen point right there. I technically didn't need to do what I was doing. What's my other knight doing? Go gather some more metal. Oh, there's like a giant eldritch tentacle over here, dude. Okay, it's not safe deep down in the ocean. Bad things can happen down here. A nest of creatures that will continue to hatch until you destroy them. It's an interesting idea. Where's this guy at? He's right there. Okay, and where's this guy at? He's over here. Fair enough. Let's bring everybody back to base, and it wants me to extract to the next depth, which I'm guessing will give me more opportunities for more buildings and stuff so that we can see further gameplay. All right, so we got to place an extraction location. Let's drop the extraction location, like, close to our oxygen. And I've got all my buildings going with me so that I won't have to rebuild them once they get here. I don't know if this extraction phase is going to attract more bad guys or anything, but let's get all of our guys inside the evac spot because we're out of here. So it's a city builder roguelite with extraction mechanics. That's an interesting mashup of ideas. So we found a new piece of gear. It won't let me see what it is right now. We didn't find any cosmetics because apparently there's cosmetics all over this game from what I read, like in the tutorialization. You can also use your resources to get new cosmetics for your little knights and stuff like that. Maybe for the buildings too. I'm not really super sure. But we banked 4 of those and we banked something. I don't know, it's not abundantly clear. I would like to see mouse kind of like pop-up tooltips when you go over these telling you what they are. None of this stuff is giving it, and so that's going to be one of those things that I think they've got to get implemented. But let's go to the next depth and find out what's waiting for us. Overseer, whilst we were on our first expedition, salvage crews managed to retrieve some resources and lost technology fragments that we carried over from the remnants of the Old Kingdom. We should use these to rebuild a resource ward. Okay. So, resource ward right here. Let's do it. So we can get a smelter, and we've got a drop point now. So allows for harvesting in remote locations. That was actually what I was really hoping that we would find around. What do we have inside of here? Do we need, like, tribute or anything for this stuff? So Ritual of the Star, when drawn for the rest of the expedition, there will be a higher light index. Okay. When drawn the rest of the expedition, you have slower morale decay. Units are 20% faster during the rest of your run. Your knight's damage is upgraded for the rest of the run. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get new weapons, and we'll do some rituals out here. What does that do? Add another knight? That sounds good. Let me get another knight. A free generator. Okay, free solar panel, free tether, a free oxygen storage. What does that do? Favorable blessings. Get an additional perk choice every time you go deeper. Okay, I see what they're playing around with. The image of what this game is kind of coming together. It's basically an extraction shooter, but they've applied those principles to a city builder with, like, RTS mechanics inside of it. I like that. That's highly creative and unique. This is the kind of stuff that I like to see. Let's get clearer waters because we're filming a video right now, and that just makes life easier. Let's get faster units so that they can run and retreat and get back to things a little bit quicker. Give me a free generator. Give me a free solar panel. And let's just get our morale patched up. That sounds good. It looks like there's not too much left for us to do, so let's expedition on out again. And it looks like we get like perks from houses and stuff too every single time we complete one of the achievements down here for the run. Okay. Wasn't I supposed to get another night on the next one? I think I was, but I don't know. Let's go to the shoals, and we'll see what we can bring back this time. Through storms and rust. House Kelby. It's green this time. Also got a nearby enemy rocking with us. So we need to extract this specific artifact being blocked by collision in the camera. Our engineers back at home can repurpose it. Thank you for this view of pixelated polygon. There we go. All right, that's the thing that I need to find. I'm guessing that has something to do with the way that the game generates procedural maps. Okay, so in Greendom right now, let's start out with the basics and just get those banged out real fast. Don't need the tether. Drop point, don't need that, but a solar generator would be a smart start. So let's get our solar generator over there. We'll get our O2 generator going over there, and it looks like they're springing to action already to build the thing. I would like to get a smelter, but I think we don't have the resources for it. Well, technically we can. There's a knight in the way. Well, hopefully he will move. What I'd like to see is it would let you place it, but then the knight moves out of the way after you schedule the placement. That way you don't have to move him manually whenever it goes down. Okay, my little knight's out of the way. So this transforms 2 metal into 1 refined metal. Do we want that? Per second. Okay, so we kind of want to like set up first and figure out what we got going on. We only have 93 food, so let's send him to go get some food. We'll have this guy run out and grab, I don't know, I don't see any resources around. What the hell is that thing? Oh, it's a relic. Can he make it that far to go get it without asphyxiating? There's also some like whale bones or something over here that we can pick clean. Let's get an O2 tether. Run out this way. We'll attach that to the pylon right there. He should go out and build it, and then we'll just have him gather a whole bunch of metal off of that wreck right there. Well, I guess there's a little pile of metal back here. A little tiny one, but I'd rather have access to the big metal pile. All right, that's done. Oh, we need a cutting torch to get into that one, so we're going to need to recover a cutting torch. Okay, well then just explore a little bit, have a look around, and get rid of the fog of war, which is really, really terrifying looking in all honesty. If I saw that underneath the ocean, I would not be in a good mood. I would be pretty worried about my safety. Let's send this guy back over here to grab this little metal pile. There's a healing tide right now, so everything in my forces are being healed by whatever I don't know what causes a healing tide, but I guess we're finding out today. It's probably something's poo, in all honesty. Why would it not be something's poo? Let's see if he can get out here and recover this artifact without suffocating. Yeah, go get that relic. If you can make it back, I will be super happy with you, and I will buy you 1 Fat Boy ice cream sandwich. That will be your reward for recovering the goodies. Alright, so it looks like he got it. Let's send him back to base before he suffocates. And it looks like we've got some kind of resource that we drug back with us. I'm sure it'll tell us what it is by the time he gets back. Like, don't we have to drop it off or something like that? There we go. We found a gear piece. We have retrofitted gear and technology. The deeper you go, the more rare and unique relics you will find. Oh, are they procedurally generated? Kind of like Diablo style? That'd be sick too, because that would add a lot of variabilities to your run. Saying you get like a laser torch means that your metal problems are over with, but getting something like a harpoon that's really high quality means that you're good at fighting. Okay. And so it would kind of change the way that you move through your playthrough if they had that procedural generation on in there. What piece of gear did we get? It is a rare level 3 sonar. Sure, light that thing off, man. So we need to harvest these debris fields over here for metal. That way we can get other buildings up and running. But all of our relics are off in that direction. Is that thing hostile? What is that thing? Giant crab monster? Looks like a giant crawdad. Well, maybe not. It's not very crawdad-like. There's a scout tower over here that we can play around with. Let's see, so it's off in that direction. Alright, let's get ourselves another tether. And we'll put that out about as far as we can get it. Run it back to that tether slot right there. And what does this facility do? Oh, it's the drop point. We need refined metal for that. Okay, we can live with that. That'll be okay. I do think we're going to need... O2 generation seems to be fine, so I think we'll be alright. Where'd that big crab monster run off to? Is he around here somewhere? I lost at him. You usually don't want to lose sight of the giant crab monster. Let's go to the scout tower, I guess. Oh, wow, that cleared a ton of fog of war. Okay, let's get another O2 tether. We need an O2 tether that can shoot the gap over there, I think. Let's put it right there, and we'll link it up on that one. Hopefully my knights will have the go-get-ems to go fix that thing on up so that we can spread out a little bit further. But we do have a tentacle over here. I'm going to try to fight the tentacle and see what combat looks like before we disperse. But there's a lot of, like, good ideas here that they're... What did I just step on? Awaken a sleeping creature. What is that? Oh, it's like a giant stingray. That's a cool effect, dude. I dig that. I like what they're playing around with here, applying the principles of, you know, something like Dark and Darker to a city builder. Like, you can definitely feel the Against the Storm influence inside of this, in combination with some of the ideas from those other games. Let's get an O2 tether out to right there. Okay, get that connected. Move over here and get it built. Hopefully we don't step on any more environmental landmines on our way, but this is going to be our water supply for when we're beefing with this guy right here. And I can definitely see the utility of having more knights, like increasing your force multiplier. I thought I was supposed to get another one on this mission, but maybe it's every time I go down a depth I get another one. I don't think we actually went down a depth on this one. I think we extracted and then we came back when we had the option to go deeper. Okay, that's in. You guys go fight that thing. Hopefully it's not crazy deadly. It is pretty big, so I'm a tiny bit worried about your safety right now, considering I don't think we have weapons. They are carrying like a big gun-like thing that they've been using to extract materials, but... Fight, 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 fight! It looks like they just punched the giant sea monster to death. Like, they didn't even try to fight it with a gun. They thought punching was perfectly fine. And if you've got that golden glove, dude, you know, when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Just walk up and two-piece that sea monster. Just bop, bop. Give it right across the chin piece. Just bop, bop. So we're getting closer to this artifact over here. Let's keep chugging out and seeing what we can find. We've got a scout tower right there. I think that'll be super helpful, because that should wipe out all this fog of war, this ancient destroyed, like, tower thing. I don't think we even took any damage fighting that monster. Like, I think we're actually in remarkably good shape. Okay, so Scout Tower showed us where the next relic is. Let me pause up the game real quick, and I'm hoping they can get an O2 tether down before they suffocate. So reconnect it over there. I wonder if enemies can come by and, like, cut your lines. That would be a big problem. These guys are stuck right now, which is not great considering how low their oxygen is. All right, so a little bit of pathfinding work to be done. There's some metal to grab right there, though. I mean, there's all kinds of things around here. The thing is, we don't really have that many buildings to build, in all fairness. Let's keep expanding out this way and seeing what we can find. And now that they're whittling that thing together, luckily they go up quickly. we should be able to grab whatever this relic is. So which one of you? He's got the sonar level 3. Give me the other knight. Let's spread our abilities around a little bit, and let's go see what we get out of that spot right there. But all in all, I'm actually really digging what they're playing around with here. This is really fascinating stuff. It runs at a smooth frame rate. Pathfinding needs a little bit of work. There's a lot of UI menu gore that I've run into inside of this demo, but if they can get this properly populated with threats and random events and things that happen that sort of force your hand into playing a certain way, I think that'd be really stellar. This guy's being eaten by something. What's he being eaten by? Oh, he's being attacked by crab monsters. There's like little lobster things attacking him everywhere. Is he okay? It looks like he's beating ass over here, so I think he's doing all right. He's struggling on oxygen a little bit. The fight's taking a little bit too long, so I'm gonna have him fall back real quick. Was there like a creature nest over here or something that like spawned that? I'm not too sure. What equipment did he pick up? I don't think he picked up anything, in all honesty. It looks like they spawn out of the ground. Come beat that thing down, dude. Yeah, this is man's domain. Catch that 6 damage. That's what you get. Yup, catch all the damage. Is it dead? I think it's dead, bro. I think you could pull off. Like, I think you got him. Oh, no, there's a giant squid monster over here attacking my other knight. I don't know why this guy's just sitting here not really doing much, but hey, that's fine. Unfortunately, we have like a long walk back to base, and so I'm just going to send them on their way, and we'll kind of see what we unlock here. Yeah, like I said, this is promising stuff. Like, I like this idea that they're playing around with. UI's a little bit busy. You got a lot of things overlapping, like health bars and stuff like that. When you're inside this mode, the game is particularly ugly. And so I would try to figure out interesting ways to add halos to buildings when you like select them to make it look more in line with the unified art style that the game's got going on. But considering this is kind of like a proof of concept Next Fest demo, I like it. I would have never thought of combining extraction mechanics with a city builder. That's a really cool idea, and I'm interested in seeing how it plays out, even if it doesn't turn out that well, just because truly unique things in video gaming aren't super common, so I would love to see it. This is the Tides of Tethys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for stopping on in, and that's about all I got for you, folks. I'm not exactly sure what we pulled out of that wreck. It must have just been gold because there's no new loot or anything on the characters. It does look like we can change their light colors. We can get different helmet shapes and styles. We can get different suits and stuff too once we unlock the tailor. And so I'm digging it, dude. I would have never thought to try to combine extraction mechanics with a city builder. That's a really unique idea, and unique ideas are in short supply in indie games nowadays. Almost everything is some kind of Slay the Spire knockoff, some kind of like Vampire Survivors knockoff. I like stuff like this, even if it ultimately doesn't end up turning out very well. I would rather have somebody take a weird genre-bending moonshot than, you know, spit out yet another game where I've got 3 energy to play cards with. And so this is the Tides of Tethys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You can go check the demo out for yourself. Little bit humdrum for right now, but I could definitely see the footprint or the blueprint for how this game could be something awesome once like more mechanics and things start getting folded in. I will see you all later. Thank you for hanging out with me, and that's about all I got for you, folks. Bye.